These 5 are actually useful, should actually get you using the value for money of the pieces that you're buying. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I want to talk to you about small leather goods, or SLGs, and specifically the only 5 small leather goods that I think you need in your collection. And this is set against a backdrop of, if you watch YouTube, if you search small leather goods, if you look for small leather goods or SLGs and you look at the collections on YouTube, my own included, you could be forgiven for thinking that you need 50 small leather goods or 30 card holders and 25 pouches. I am guilty of this. I know I am guilty of this, but you don't. If you want to put together a collection of small leather goods that you actually use, that are worth your money, that you will get your money's worth out, these are the 5 that I think you actually need. Now, when we say need, let's rewind that a bit. We don't actually need any of these, but if you are someone like myself who loves pouches and wallets and little places to put things and little bits to carry inside your bag, I personally love SLGs and small leather goods, so I do have quite a few of them, and I appreciate whenever I show my collection, it's probably far too many, and you don't need that many. But if you're somebody that loves these little bits and pieces and loves card holders and likes things organised, and you want to have a collection, if we can call it that, or a choice of small leather goods or SLGs or pouches to use, then I think these are the 5 that you actually do need to look at. And the first one is without a doubt a key holder. Now, I have the 4-ring key holder from Louis Vuitton. I like personally the 4-ring because I use a lot of mini bags and this takes up less room in my bag. You can get a 6-ring key holder, it's a little bit wider, and you can also put a credit card in the back of it here, whereas you can't do that in the 4-ring. And there you can see my keys, and yes, that is an animal key that's in my key holder. And the reason that I think that one of these is within the 5 SLGs that I think you actually do need is, one, it keeps your keys really organised. Whenever you look into your bag, you know exactly where your keys are, you can grab your keys. I'm one of these people that's always hunting about in the bag and couldn't find the keys. When it's in this, I know what I'm looking for. It's much easier to find and it's much easier to keep in place. Also, if you're someone that has an interest in expensive handbags, these little things can be dangerous. They may look like keys and they may look like they're innocent enough, but the prongs on the end of them that actually open the doors can be quite dangerous whenever they're inside expensive bags. They can score the leather, they can mark the satin, they can mark the inside of bags, they can even rip fabric lined bags, and that's not something we want to be doing whenever we're spending this amount of money on handbags. And that's why I think a key holder is one of the 5 SLGs that you actually do need in your collection, is actually worthwhile and is actually worth your money. Now, they don't have to be Louis Vuitton or Chanel or Gucci or whatever it is your choice. They can also be more affordable brands, and I will try to link down below the ones that I have and also some more affordable options, and I will show you in other categories of SLGs the ones that I had before I had the Louis Vuitton version and the less expensive version. Key holder, this is the first one I had. I never had one that wasn't Louis Vuitton, but since I've had this, absolute game changer. The second SLG I think that you actually do need in your collection is a flat card holder. And the reason I think you need a flat card holder is because it takes up so little space. So if you're going to go out and carry a mini bag, a micro bag, a very slim bag, a bag that there isn't much space for and you're having to Tetris your goods in, I think it's a really good idea to have a flat card holder. Again, doesn't have to be Louis Vuitton, and the one that I had before I had the LV versions was this Lulu Guinness version, and I had this for absolutely years. I used this, I would say, 6-8 years before I had a designer one. I think it was around 40 to 50 pounds. It was a gift from one of my best friends. I still keep it, I still use it, and I will link some of these below because it doesn't have to be this version. Now, I have now bought myself Louis Vuitton version. I love Louis Vuitton. I'm not going to apologise for that. So I did buy one whenever I could, and I particularly love this very bright one. I also have the reverse monogram one that I actually need to get around to selling because I never use. I forgot about it. I didn't even take it out of the box. I don't think you need to have lots of them. I think one is more than sufficient, which is one of the reasons why I'm going to sell the reverse monogram. I don't need another one than this. This one I use every time I use a smaller bag. I don't need to have a choice of them. If you're someone that wants to collect these and love them and don't have to worry about the cost, absolutely collect away. Have a collection of all the colours and the leathers, and I think that would look fabulous, and please make a video and show it to us all. But if you're starting off and looking to put together a collection of SLGs that you will actually use, actually get your money out of, and actually use over and over and over without having to think about rotating, I think you only need one, and I think this is a perfect SLG to have in your collection because it fits in so many of these smaller bags. It's so handy. I put cards in mine, and then I generally put a bit of cash down in the middle as well, and this is definitely one that I think is worthwhile having in your collection. Number 3, and moving up a bit in size from the flat card holder, is a type of small compact wallet. Now, it doesn't have to be an actual wallet. I have one that is an actual wallet, which is the Victorine wallet, and to be honest, this is probably my least used. I probably use more either the Recto Verso or the long card holder from Louis Vuitton. I use these because they have the zip compartment in them that you can put cash, you can put notes, you can put receipts. It also has the card slots. It has a little place down here for coins, and it has more space in here. Same with this one, it has my cards in the back. It also has a slot here for slipping things in. It has this zip compartment as well. So it doesn't have to take the form of a traditional looking small card holder or small wallet, but whatever works for you. But I think you only really do need one. I don't think you need to have all of the options. I think that one of these is enough. The reason I think one of these is a good shout though in your SLG collection is if you're using a bag that has a little bit more space in it than say a micro bag or a petite mal, which is quite small, and you can get away with something more than the flat card holder, this is a good option to step up. It will fit your cards, your cash, bit of notes, receipts that you need to keep in it. It will hold more than the card holder, but it will still fit well into smaller size bags as well as being able to use in your bigger bags. And I think one of these is a good third SLG to have in your collection. This one I'm using at the minute every day. I use this. I love the colour. I just can't get away from using this. Before this one came along, I used this one religiously. This one I use for my Euro cards and Euro cash, so this one gets used as well. Probably the least used and probably holds the most, but because the card slots are a little bit tight and the zip compartment's a bit tight, this is probably my least used. But I do think in a collection if you're putting together and you want to have small leather goods, a small compact wallet, one of these types of options is a really good third piece to add to your collection. Number 4 is a small pouch as a small keep all in smaller bags. I use the Louis Vuitton key clays before I had, and you can see mine's pretty packed. Before I had these, I would have had some form of small pouch. I've always liked pouches, so I would have had some small form of small pouch in my bag to keep little bits and pieces. This one has a bank fob, it has headphones, it has migraine tablets, it has a couple of cards in it, it has bits and pieces, it has hair ties and hair grips in that. And this basically goes in all of my bags. I take this with me in the Never Full, I take this in my largest bags, but also whenever I'm using one of my mini bags, if I'm going out shopping or whatever, this I will slip into it with a perfume sample, with those essential bits and pieces, with my migraine tablets, and this will always come with me. So I think a smaller form of a catch-all, tiny little pouch like this is a really good investment piece to add into your SLG collection if you are going to want to just to have the pieces that you know you're going to use and get your money's worth out of. I think a small catch-all is a really good addition, and that's what makes it in at number 4 of the 5 SLGs that I think you actually do need. And number 5, the last SLG I think you need to put together in your collection is a bigger form of a catch-all. Now, traditionally, I would have said if it was designer level, the Louis Vuitton mini pochette, but these are now so expensive. This is now, I think, £515, and that the one I'm holding is the Christmas edition. I don't even know how much they are now. The £515 one is the plain one. It's currently downstairs in my work bag, but it just looks like this. Damier Bean mine is, and it's completely plain, and it's £515. That equates to an awful lot of US dollars when you add the tax in. It's a lot of money. Do I think you need to be spending £515 on a larger catch-all for your bags? I really don't know about that. When I bought mine, the plain versions, I think they were about £180 or £185. Before I had the mini pochette, this is what I used as a larger catch-all in my bags. This is a pouch by Orla Keeley. It has a little wristlet strap on it. It zips. It has still got bits and pieces in here from when I carried it. This one had card holder slots down here, had a zip compartment here. To be honest, has more than this has. Fraction of the price. This one more usable. Has the card slots, has a zip pocket, has a bigger space inside for everything that's in there. You're not fitting in this one what you fit in this one. You're also not getting the card slots or the zip pocket. So does it have to be a mini pochette at £515? If you've always wanted one, if you really, really love one, then that's probably the only thing that's going to tick this off your list. But I would think carefully just with the price of it. This one I got a huge amount of use out of. I actually think I wore it to the point that part of it is maybe coming apart. But it was such a good, I don't even know how much this cost. It was a gift from my brother. It would be nowhere near the cost of what the Louis Vuitton ones were, and I got so much use out of this. So this is an option if you don't want to go down the designer route as an affordable alternative. I also think an alternative to the mini pochette is the toiletry 15, although I'm not saying any of these are affordable now. This one always comes with me to work, and you'll see it's a disaster zone in there. It has hand cream, it has hair clips, it has a calculator, it has tablets, it has plasters or band-aids. It has a little bit of, and that was the hand cream that just hit the floor. It has a little bit of everything, but I think again, a small catch-all this size, and I think it's worthwhile in your SLG collection having a bigger one to just hold all of those bits and pieces in your bigger bags. I don't think you need all of them. I think one is enough. I think if you have one, don't need to worry about swapping out of it and just keep using it. Doesn't need to be designer level, can be a more affordable alternative, but I think it's a good addition to your pouch collection to have, to your SLGs, to put in those bags to keep everything together, stop it all falling out over your bag. Anything, maybe pens can leak inside your bag, keep them in here, keep perfumes in here, keep things in here that are just going to keep your bag in better shape, going to risk it not getting damaged on the inside, not getting the leather marked, not getting the felt marked. I think they are a great addition and definitely makes it into the 5 SLGs that I think you actually do need. I hope this was helpful. I hope it gives you an insight into the more affordable versions I had before the Louis Vuitton ones, and I will link some of those down below for you in case you're looking for any of these. I think these 5 honestly should be able to get you through almost every occasion without having to go to the level of having 20, 30, 40 SLGs, which I know I'm guilty of because I really like them and I collect them. Am I buying many more of them? No, not really. It would have to be something. The last one I bought was this, and it was the colour that bowled me over. So I'm not actively seeking to add more to my collection. There will be the odd one that comes across that I just can't resist because I don't have a lot of willpower, although I'm still on Ban Island. But I think that these 5 are actually useful, actually good SLGs that you can have in your collection that should get you through most bags that you have, most occasions that you have, and should actually get you using the value for money of the pieces that you're buying. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for joining me and watching me. If you haven't yet, I would love it if you would please consider subscribing. Please do give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Please take care, and I will see you again in the next one.